The Dutch insurer Aegon received about 3 billion euros in aid from the Dutch government last year. That's about $4.2 billion. And the goal was to start repaying it by today. Now, in August, the company raised €1 billion by selling its stock. And now it has turned that money over to the Dutch government. My guest, Alex Wynaendts, he is the chairman and CEO of Aegon. Alex, welcome to the program. Thank you so much for coming in. We were just talking during the break that you became the CEO of Aegon in April of 2008. A lot has happened since 2008. Tell us about what it was like to become the head of the company back that spring and what it's like now.
Well, obviously, a lot has happened since April 2008. Remember well being appointed as CEO, working on my plan and presenting our new strategy to the investment community. And within 2 months, and that was September, October, after the Lehman crash, of course, the world changed, and the world has changed quite a lot since then.
Tell me, what has changed with Aegon? How did you raise the money? What have you told investors to convince them that they were able to stump up for more equity?
Well, I think what we've done in the last year is follow a very clear strategy of releasing more capital, working on making our existing businesses more profitable, and also working on further developing in our franchise and making much better use of the benefits of being a global company. Our strong capital position has allowed us to go to the market and raise that capital from our investors, which allowed us then in turn to pay back the $1 billion to the Dutch government, which, as you know, is the first step.
What about the restructuring at Aegon? I mean, what kinds of moves have you made in order to, let's say, shed non-core businesses?
Well, we've taken quite a number of steps, in particular in the US, which is our largest market. We've effectively stopped doing any of our institutional business. We've shut down that business, which is a significant part of our business. We've also taken other cost measures, and we've taken these measures in all the other parts of our organization. So we have really had a tough year in terms of reorganizing and refocusing our business on the new environment.
Let's talk about some of that business. I mean, for example, life insurance, pension, annuities. How has that been performing?
Well, we've seen that, and that's the positive news, that our franchise actually has come out pretty strong out of this crisis. We've seen actually our franchise strengthen. If I look at the Q3 numbers we just published, they showed an improvement over the previous quarter. So that has been encouraging, and that's been the case in all parts of the world, not only here in the US, but in Europe, in Central and Eastern Europe, but also in Asia.
Tell me about what's going on in Asia. You've been working hard to try to expand that business.
Absolutely. In Asia, we have decided to focus on the 3 large markets, being India, China, and Japan. And each of these markets, we started from a greenfield operation. We've been starting in China in 2003. We are now the number 6 of the foreign-owned companies, which is encouraging and promising. It's a very large market. We started in India, and I'm actually very excited by the fact we just started in Japan with our joint venture with Sony Life. Actually, yesterday we sold our first policies. So that was a great milestone.
Last question for you. This has to do with the portfolio. Have you seen a healing when it comes to the investments that the company holds?
Well, we've certainly seen a very big improvement in the value of our investments, in particular our bond portfolio. We have hardly any equities in our portfolio. It's mostly bonds, and we've seen, of course, a lot of the bonds increase quite significantly in value, and that's been very positive for our company.
So a big change from April of 2008 and what you had to live through in the 3rd and the 4th quarter of last year. I want to thank you very much, Alex Wynaendts, coming in, the chairman and the CEO of the Dutch insurance giant Aegon. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.